Salutations, exiles! The Allflame League is upon us. In this league, I wanted to try to break out of my comfort zone a little bit. I wanted to farm a mage blood in the first weekend. Never mind. Let's try to get our first Void Stone. The only problem is I'm notoriously really bad at Path of Exile. They don't call me May Can't Play, ironically. So, we decided to try a build so easy, so brain dead, even a coma patient can manage it. That's right, RF. While leveling, I followed Fox's guide, which I will link in the description. Our story starts the same as any other. We tenderize Hillock, batter and fry Mervale, and kill this thing. Wonderful. Before finally serving up a piety puree. Before we see the true face of God, let's make our swap to Righteous Fire. If you somehow live under a larger rock than me and don't know how Righteous Fire works, Righteous Fire is a skill that, when enabled, deals 90% of our maximum life as fire damage to us, while also burning the enemies around us. You may notice an immediate problem. 90% of our life per second is a lot of damage. But we can mitigate this damage pretty easily by capping our fire resistance at 90% and scaling our life regeneration rate. To help with this, we craft fire resistance on a lot of our gear, as well as life to increase our base damage, as well as int on our scepter to hit attribute requirements. We also throw on a shield for more block chance and shield charge. To facilitate this swap, we respec much of our passive tree to grab fire damage over time and the fire mastery, which grants us regen per second according to our total fire resistance. We also use this opportunity to pick up more maximum fire resistance. Now that we've turned up the heat, we make Dominus Escargot and tackle Izaro to get our first ascension. Come on. Come on. The first ascension we grab is Tessalio, which ensures we never have to worry about our elemental resistances. We pick up some more currency on our way to Act 5, as well as some gear upgrades. And we're also lucky enough to 5-link this chest, with some colored sockets. But our new gem requires us to fix our attributes a bit. There we go. With these upgrades, we mince Malagaro, incinerate Innocence, and say hi to Kataba.
But it cannot be extinguished.
Sometime around when I'm making Grilled Goat, I realize I totally forgot my single target. So I quickly pick up Scorching Ray and Spell Totem support so that we can kill bosses. We finish up Act 6 with a healthy serving of fresh crab. Act 7 sees us off with a serving of Arakali Aping, or fried spider. We slay the sisters and have a rematch with Izaro for a second ascendancy, picking up Hinakora explosions to help with pack clear. We triumph over the depraved trinity, finishing up Act 9. We then attempt our third ascendancy, but it was not meant to be. We pick up Immortal Flesh for an extra flat 200 regen, and make our second attempt on Izaro. Oh. That's exactly what I expected to happen. We cut our losses, do away with Kataba, and finish the campaign, deciding leveling a bit in maps will probably be more successful. With a few more levels on our third attempt, Izaro goes down, giving us our third ascendancy. We grab Ramiko for a bit more help on single target, closing off our first day. Day 2 begins with me picking up a Rise of the Phoenix shield for a little bit more maximum fire resistance and life regeneration. On day 2, we hit a bit of a wall in our progress, mostly because of my slow mapping speed, but also a very low chaos resistance. Fine vessel, perfect. I needed one of those. Chains that bind. Actually kind of a banger. I didn't even see there was a shrine there. We do look out towards the start of day 2, when a random one-off ritual gives us a Cloak of Flame. Ooh. We use a vendor recipe to acquire a +1 fire skill scepter. Okay. Using the new league mechanic to try and craft something onto it. But, well, all of these suck ass, man. That sucks. We go to keep crafting, but realize we're out of sulfur. So it's time to start charting areas to get some more. Teehee. I'll take this opportunity to explain the league mechanic. In Curse of the Allflame, players can find charts in their maps and take them to Valerie to explore them for loot and sulfur down on the seafloor. Hello, gold. Nice. Holy shit. With our sulfur sufficiently restocked, we finish our crafting, but once again, nothing very good. We finish the item by crafting damage over time on it, and it'll be good enough. Our next map has us meet Maven, which the quest will start, but not finish for a while. I'm bad at Maven. We hit a lucky unveil, getting +1 to minimum endurance charges on our ruby ring. And keep mapping. But we're really starting to feel our fragility. Fuck. Like, I take a break from mapping to pick up a medium cluster jewel and alt spam it until we pick up Fan the Flames. More sulfur slams and more disappointment. I am a gambling one. I do not have enough juice. And we run out of sulfur again. So, back to the seafloor. We do pick up a decent drop from this message in a bottle. And we finish our cluster jewel. Encircling Oblivion before socketing it into our tree. With these new upgrades, we face Izaro for the final time, getting our final ascendancy. Valico Storm's Embrace caps all of our elemental resistances. We cache our Chaos for a Divine. And manage to 5-link our Cloak of Flame. I know. Before picking up Scorching Ray of Immolation to improve our single target. Day 3 begins with more mapping and Atlas progression. We drop the Polaric invitation, allowing us to continue our Searing Exarch quest. Let's do it! To show you how quickly we kill bosses, I sped this fight up by 400%. That's right, 400%. 4 times the speed. But eventually, we managed to kill the Black Star and continue to progress our Exarch quest. Seething Chime. The hunger took even longer. This video is sped up 600%. 6 times speed. Though part of that is because I always tend to get lost during this fight, so that probably isn't helping. Anyways, back to mapping. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Look! No, no, no. They're so fast. Oh my god, why are they so fast? Oh, they're so fast. Our next upgrade is a new shield. We pick up a Shaper Influence shield from the market so that we can roll Recover % of life when you walk. This, paired with max block chance, really improves our survivability in dense packs, which is where our F thrives. We also want the shield to have fire resistance and high flat life. In order to facilitate this, we're going to try crafting the item with fossils and the new League mechanic. Unfortunately, we're out of sulfur again. No! Which means back to more charting. Lowish level. Slop. And just speed through them. Message in a bottle is nice. I am a content creator. I don't think we should have done that. After running several charts, we get to see the final part of this league's mechanic, Voyages, where we can run all of our charts again, but now with more juice. Pearlescent amulet. Okay. Oh! I now see the problem. Holy wowzers. Oh! Sure. Okay. Now that should be sufficient sulfur for our Shaper Shield. This is funny, but I do think this is the correct one to pick. Now that we're quite a bit tankier, let's talk about our Atlas tree. I decided to do Abyss and Breach for my first tree for 3 reasons. Number 1, the density of mobs is really good for leveling. Number 2, mob density is sort of where RF really thrives. And number 3, both Breach and Abyss got really big changes this league, and I was interested to see them. Ooh, you know what I could do that would probably be a good idea to do? Fucking 6-link my chest plate. We get a lightless pit in this map, which really highlights my continued weakness with single target. This is going to actually take an hour. We fight Ulamon for a while. Like, a long, long while. And died a couple times. But we finally take him down. Yippee! He does drop a Darkness Enthroned, but unfortunately, it's not very good. Oh, that's an awful roll. Got a jewel. The day continues with more mapping, more abyss, and more breach as we try and get closer and closer to the Exarch and Eater, and level 90. We finally drop the incandescent invitation and go to challenge the Searing Exarch. I am really bad at this fight. Like, really bad at this fight. We use almost all of our portals on the story version of this fight, but with one portal remaining and like 1 HP, we do finally take out the Searing Exarch. Only a few maps later, we get the Screaming Invitation to drop. So, we go ahead and challenge the Eater of Worlds. This fight goes a lot smoother, and we don't even die once. But it does take forever. We finish the night off by grabbing multiple totem support and testing it out a little bit before hitting level 90.
There's 90.
Another day, another div. Alright. So, after 3 days and almost 20 hours of playtime, did I manage to farm a Mage Blood? No, not even close. But I did manage to get my first Void Stone, which, compared to the week it usually takes me, that's a solid improvement. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe and check out my Twitch down in the description. I hope to see you around.